join hands with the Somali community and say, thank you for inviting us to get to know each other better, to do a better job than we might otherwise have been able to do, to represent your interests. Because quite honestly, sir, our interests are the same. Thank you.
Well, no, I just think this is great how this relationship between the GOP and the Somali community is happening organically. Like Scott said, I think we do want the same things, and I think we're united around this concept of freedom. Freedom to practice our faith. If we're not safe, we're not free. If we're not educated, we can't be free. And these are the problems that Scott and I and the rest of the GOP candidates are going to address. And quite frankly, these issues probably always be around to some extent, but they've been made worse by the Walz administration. And so we know, Scott and I know, from going all around every single day, being out in the public, talking to people, we know that this is what Minnesotans want, and we know that this is what Minnesotans deserve. And I stand here with all the candidates, proud to speak for the people in Minnesota, and we'll be proud to represent them come November. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for coming. The Secretary of State, while the Chief Elections Officer, that's a big role, also is in charge of business services. And I spoke to a few members of the press beforehand about how I think we can do a better job of educating entrepreneurs, especially small business owners here in Minnesota, on how they can thrive in our state. And I look forward to working with some of the women business owners here in the Somali community, also the men, because this is a very entrepreneurial community that wants to take care of their families and thrive here in the state of Minnesota. So I look forward to doing that, whether it's language barriers or just education on how do we do business so that we can grow our businesses and, again, take care of our families.
And I got into this race because of the incredible crime that's consumed our communities, and it's touched every part of the state, greater Minnesota and the metro, and it of course has touched the metro particularly acutely. It's touched our immigrant communities and otherwise. We have to ensure that Minnesotans are safe. Minnesotans deserve better. Minnesotans deserve safe communities. They deserve to have confidence that when they are traveling, when they are in our cities, that will be safe. And we have to ensure that. And unfortunately, we have an attorney general who backed defunding the police. And so we have to have an attorney general who aggressively prosecutes crime and partners with law enforcement to ensure that our communities are safe. And we have to do that. I believe, and I think we all believe, that every person is a child of God who deserves to be protected, who deserves to have their rights respected. And that's what we'll deliver in the Attorney General's office. And the Somalian community is incredible contributors to the vibrant life of Minnesota, incredible people that have contributed so much to our state. I look forward to partnering with them when I'm the Attorney General to deal with crime and the other issues affecting their communities as well as the state of Minnesota. So it's an honor to be with you. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you very much.
The message is the same. People want to know, where did their money go? They want to know that their hard-earned tax dollars are going to the programs that they're supposed to and helping the people that they're supposed to help. And the two questions I get is, Ryan, where's the money going in our schools? Is it going to help our kids? Is it making it so that teachers can teach and that kids can learn? And they want to know about public safety. They want to know, where are law enforcement dollars going? Are they making it to the police that can help keep our communities safe, that can make sure that our communities and our police officers have the tools they need to have so that we can walk the streets and we can know that our kids can go to school and can go to the store and can go to the park without being afraid of violence. And so I'm running for state auditor to answer the questions that matter to Minnesotans. And we're going to get those answers, and we're going to tell people, and we're going to figure out where that money went. So thank you. I'm Ryan Wilson. I'm running for state auditor.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan.
Hello, my name is Cicely Davis, and I'm running for Congress here in Congressional District 5. And I can tell you this, that come November, we have a compelling slate. Everyone, including the Somali community, wants things the same. They want safe streets, they want education that is rooted in quality, and they want to be able to have their dollars mean something when they spend it. They want to They want a promising future. So that's what we're here for. We are here to build that big tent, represent every single person in this district. I'm excited to join shoulder to shoulder with these people across the district. We're going to unify this district. We're going to bring everyone together, because what we're hearing is that not only do I have to make a choice between gas and groceries, but we are politically fatigued and we are tired of the divisiveness. This party right now is the face of unification across the district, and I'm excited to stand shoulder to shoulder with these people to represent that. Thank you so very much.
Streets and better economic situation than what we have today because of the inflation and because of the crime. I used to come here every Saturday for good restaurants, but I haven't been here for 2 years. You know why? Because of the crime. I think we need a leadership that changes the direction and the trajectory of this state to a better streets and safer. Also, this community is looking for a better education. We have been funding the public schools for the last decades, and nothing has changed. So doing the same thing over and over is the sign of insanity. So we need to have a better choice, an alternative choice for our community. So I want to welcome also one of our community leaders and a small business owner before I welcome our Imam, Safia Yassin Farah.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Today is a big day for us, Somalis who were campaigning to join the GOP. You know that this is going to be a first, I think. This is going to be the first office that we have that will be representing the Somali GOP in Minnesota, and hopefully we will have a national one. So this is a start, and I'm very excited about this, and I thank everybody who worked so hard. The first guy was Faisal, who was the GOP when people didn't even know what Republican Party standard for. He used to tell us. Our Imam, who worked so hard organizing this. So I thank everybody who did this, who made this possible. Our chair and all the candidates and all the office holders. I mean, if we have any office holders already, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. Take 1 minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my name is Amani, and I'm super excited for us to finally break this breach that we've been waiting for so long in the community. This is, as a mother, as a daughter, as a student, as a college, as a business owner, this is the first time I feel like I'm having value. I'm bringing two communities together that have been divided for so long, and this is stopping today. We just signed something that's going to be revolution for the community, and this is going to be for our children, our grandchildren. This is going to be the future forever. So I'm super excited to be part of it, and we look forward to really break that breach together. Thank you.
Thank you. Sam?
My name is Sammy. I'm excited about this office that's open for the Somali community. I was born and raised in Minneapolis and had conservative values, and would like to have the community be connected to the MNGOP in Minneapolis to better serve our community and understand the differences that we come from and where we're going to better our country and our state.
waxaan la hadlayaa dhammaan community-ga Soomaalida. runtii waxay farxad noo ah inaan partner wada noqono, wada saxiixano heshiis aan ku wada heshiinayno, aan wada shaqayn lahayn, value-ga aan wadaagno, dhibaatooyinka jira ee community-ga haysta sida looga saari lahaa, khaasatan Soomaalida wadooyinka lagu dilayo, amni la'aanta, security-ka, iskuulka iyo family-ka dhibaatooyinka hayo dhan inaanu ka shaqayno insha Allah taala. Waxaa jira casho aynu qabanayno oo ka soo qayb galayaan ku soo bandhigi doono heshiiska na dhaxmaray Republican-ka iyo Soomaalida saynu u wada shaqayno. wanaagsanaan lahaa meediyaha iyo dhammaan iyo community-ga dhan waan soo dhaweynaynaa inay ka qayb qaataan. xafiiskan wuxuu ka caawinayaa community-ga dhan walba ka caawinaya. qof dhibaato guud haysata si khaas wax u haysato arrimahaas oo dhan buu xafiiska ka shaqaynaya. qof walbana uu iska diiwaan gelin karaa. arrinkana waa muhiim bay noo tahay inaan value-geena Soomaalida ah ee Republican-ka ah inaan ku taageerno, gacantana isqabsanno, codkeennana siino, community-gana uu garab noqdo, hal voice-na aynu wada noqono. Thank you so much.
My name is Shikri Abdurrahman. I go by Shu. I was a candidate running against Ilhan Omar earlier on in the race. And I grew up in Minneapolis on Portland and Franklin. And I can tell you that the crime right now and what I have heard firsthand during my campaign is utter terrifying. We have Keith Ellison, who has demoralized, and Tim Walz, who had demoralized the police and emboldened the criminals here, and people can't even drive their cars, take their children to the playground. So it's absolutely sickening to see what's happening. But I just wanted to introduce myself and celebrate this moment. It was a vision coming together as community and as a GOP party together, but now it's alive and it's celebration.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Republican candidate.
Hey Dave, how are you? Good to see you. In 2014, I was a candidate in the first Somali Republican who received an endorsement from Republican Party. That time we shake the city and the state, and we got a lot of support from the Somali communities. And then the slope goes down. And the reason why slope goes down, because we didn't outreach enough to the Somali community to educate about what Republicans believe, what Republicans stand for. But today, many Somalis come to me, talk to me, email me, and said, what's going on? We need to Republican back to the city. And that's why Tawakal stand up for it. And he said, I'll bring it back. And then we will have in a David that I used to know a long time, when I used to work in the Minnesota State Representative in the Republican side. So today, Somali people are ready to vote Republican. And it's only two reasons. One is for safety. We are not safe. Our cars, we cannot park on the streets. And inside the parking lots, people come in and break down the windows. We need to improve in Minnesota. Why we come in Minnesota, if you ask yourself, Somalis, we come here because from running away from civil war, we need a peace. And if we don't get in Minneapolis peace, I think we can do better than that. We can get in peace. We used to live peace, but we need to change the administration and come in administration care about us and to put us in the first, the safety, number one. And the number two is education. A lot of Somali community are way behind it due to the COVID-19. They stay at homes with no internet, with no computers. How they can get connected to internet if they don't have Wi-Fi's? So the education Somali communities are very low. Our generation, young generation, are behind to the peers generation is in the suburbans. So we need to do those two things and really make sure we will have more vote on the ballot in this year. Thank you, David, and thank you.
Is that it's going to drive and make the Somali Republican, actually the roots of the Somali Republican would start here. We have a wonderful candidates and we have also a wonderful Somali leaders, some who run for an offices like Shukri, Askar if he's here, Samsam, and many others, including myself, who run for a school board. So, and also we have other West African brothers who came from West Africa. We also have some African Americans who also would join, this movement. We want to enlarge and make this a metro area where we can actually take back some of the, rhetoric and the narrative of the Democratic Party that the Republican Party does not support immigrants and minorities. Those were lies for 20, 30, or 100 years, or maybe 70 years, let's put it that way. But now I think we're learning, we're making the relationship, we're making the connections, and we're making actual relationship with the party now. So we now understand that this party, stands for safer streets, it stands for better economic opportunities, it stands for better schools for our kids. We cannot do the same schools like we said before, over and over. He's going to unseat Keith Ellison.
Yes.
But his sign and logo is the Somali flag. Isn't that wonderful? It's someone here.
Yes.
You see here? Republican community. I'm part of the side. So,
It's great to be here. And I have made such great friends in the community with Faisal and with Samsung. There are some great people here, and I look forward to spending a lot of time in this office and getting to know everyone a lot better. So thank you all for coming, and thank you for all that you've done to make this happen.
Thank you so much. I want to say one word in Somali that Samsam and Mark, Matt, I mean Matt Park said. waxay yiraahdeen arrinta maanta hearing laga sameeyay oo dood laga sameeyay oo ciyaalka iyo qaabka wax looga bedelayo ku saabsan. So waxyaabaha oo Republican ku taagan yahay ayaa waxa kamida qofka waalidka ah in xuquuqda la siiyo ilmihiisa qaabka wax loo barayo. Laakiin waxa jira jahawareerin badan oo lagu hayo ilmaha yaryar oo la rabo ayagoo 8 sano jira in la baro waxyaabo aan dhaqankeena ku haboonayn oo kamid ahayd waxyaabihii maanta laga hadlayay. Marka arrimahaas si aan ugu baraarugsanaano waxaan u baahannahay inaan ka hortagno waxa uga hortagi karnaa keliyana waa inaan xisbiga jamhuuriga u codeynaa. Waa mahadsantiin.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Magacaygu Cabdirasaaq Cali Boos. So labada arrinta laga hadlay ee ugu muhiimsan, as a father, I don't want to know anyone to decide my children's future and what gender they're going to be. The reason they go to school is to get education. Yes. Number 2, minority communities, there is a lot of things minority communities need, like education, economic stability, home ownership, and some other things. But we don't want it to rally every day outside. We don't want to be against the police. Because you remember what happened in our city. And the mothers, fathers, nobody can go outside to get their shopping. And the kids, they get in that violence, they go into the jails, and there is a drugs all over the streets. And we cannot let that happen. And we don't care if the cat is black or white. We care if the cat catches the mice. Yes. We don't. Listen. We came here and we're gonna work with who represents us and the body that we can make our future better. Thank you.
Thank you.